Anna, the CEO of Unicorn Battles, and Anna will tell us more about our company.
Thank you, Marina. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited to greet you today. Welcome to the Unicorn.Events. Today, I'm welcoming you to the Unicorn Battle in Western Europe. And the best startup who will get the biggest score from our judges today will present Western Europe at our finals. Thanks to our sponsors, Platinum sponsor Network VC California Seed Fund, Golden sponsor Silicon Valley Syndicate Club, and Silver sponsor Sci-Fi. Without them, our event won't be possible. Our event is the largest startup pitch competition by geography and the number of the events held already. The winner of today's battle, as I told you, will be joining all the winners of the preliminary Unicorn Battles at the Unicorn Cup World Finals, February 18th. Please save a date in your calendar and we will be very glad to see you all. Besides startups, pitching live, there will be a startup expo where the best startups from all over the world will be able to showcase themselves to famous investors and meet them personally, as long as VCs and business angels. To know more, please contact our event managers. During this season of the Unicorn Cup, our preliminary local Unicorn Battles are being held on all continents with participants from 125 countries of the world, discovering the most prominent startups that will define tomorrow's future. Unicorn.Events is an open competition where startups pitch for private investors and venture funds. We started our events back in 2009 and do them on a regular basis all over the world and visiting every country there is. If you haven't seen us in your city, in your region, and want us to be there, please contact us and we will come to you. Right now, you can join us online.
Hi, Anna.
Yes, hello. Who is joining? We are doing really good job in making good matches, bringing the best investors to our battles and discovering the most prominent startups. Just look at our statistics. Our winners are really, really successful in fundraising and our VC community keeps constantly growing. The best business angels are joining us. We are really encouraging you to become a partner of our great Unicorn.Events, the world's largest startup pitch contest. We had started this season a new format, Unicorn Pitches, the events that are done by our partners' local events. They can be held in English or in local language. To know more, please contact our event managers or contact me and we will do great unicorn pitches with you. I would like to present you our ecosystem. Startup Network is the heart of our ecosystem. Network VC is the most recent part, classical venture fund. Sci-Fi is an acceleration program. Unicorn.Events, the world's largest online startup pitch contest. VC House is a closed community and network created exclusively for the VCs where they can exchange deals they participate in as a lead investor. Network Investments for investment banks and startups and businesses. And Silicon Valley Syndicate Fund is a special structure that allowed businesses and angels to invest into the best startups with small checks in syndicate deals. We are a smart ecosystem that solves any task in the field of innovation and startups. If you're a VC or a business angel, invest with us via our businesses. If you are a startup, our ecosystem opens enormous opportunities to help you to grow, become successful, and meet the best investors there. If you are a professional, become our partner. Our ecosystem opens great ways to become really global and succeed. Please contact us to know more. And now I am passing the word to Marina, who will lead us through our Unicorn Battle in Western Europe and see who is the best startup in the Western Europe right now? Marina, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you for an amazing introduction. And we're about to proceed to other parts of our meeting today. So, as always, I would like to thank our partners who always support us and are with us. So, Startup Grind Japan, Startup Grind Helsinki, Kairos Community Europe, and brandpreneurs and brandfluencers. Thank you very much for your support. And now, as always, we have jury introduction part. We have a lot of amazing juries who found time to join us today. And now you have a very nice opportunity to take 1 minute to present yourself and your fund, to tell more about the industries you invest, about the checks, and whatever you would like to share about yourself. As always, I start from Alexander Soroka, who is the founder of Startup Network. And Alexander Soroka will do the first presentation of our jury introduction part. Alexander, hi.
Hi, thank you, Marina. Hello, everybody. So our venture funds usually invest from 100 to 400 Ks. We are industry agnostic and prefer to invest on seed and round A stages. So that's probably all.
Thank you, Alexander. And I know that Preeti wanted to be straight up to you because she wants to announce the Unicorn Pitches India today. She was the first partner who launched the Unicorn Pitches in India. So Preeti, hi.
Namaste, Marina, and everybody else. Today is India's Republic Day, so it's a very happy occasion for me here. My name is Preeti Chaudhary. Thank you very much, Jordan. My name is Preeti Chaudhary, and I'm the founder of LinkedIn Local India, also head of investments, partnerships, and alliances with a few venture funds and angel investors. Sector agnostic, ticket sizes being 25K to 150K USD. Geography, primarily India at the moment, but open to collaborations. Also, I would like to take this opportunity to announce that I am the first and the pioneer partner with Startup Network to launch the Unicorn Pitches series with India, and that is tomorrow at 3 p.m. IST, which is in several time zones, plus 5:30 GMT. The link is up in the chat. I'm looking forward to hosting this today. All the best to everybody that's participating today. May the best team win. Thank you very much, and it's a pleasure being here amongst friends. Have a great morning and rest of the day, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Preeti. And as Anna already has mentioned, anyone who wants to be our partner regionally, please contact us and you can become a part of our ecosystem. Anyone else who wants to jump in?
I'll go next. I'm very jealous, Preeti. Alex, what the hell, man? What's going on here? Why did she get preferential treatment? That's not fair. We want to do the same thing.
I raised my hand first, Jordan. That's what happened. Thank you.
Jordan, you can be the first, but in the US, okay?
You will be the first. So Jordan Wabe, I'm usually the outspoken one in the gang. It is about 6 o'clock my time. Thank you for having me. Silicon Valley Venture Group is early stage investment group. We invest in tech companies that improve the human condition. We focus on across the United States, South America, and parts of Europe and Asia. And we have some activities in the Middle East. Check sizes between $30,000 to $300,000. Round sizes in the upwards of $3 million, $4 million. We are somewhat active when we engage with you. We look for equity or convertible notes, and we're quite friendly in our model. We like to help people, not bash them down, but we're very critical. Guys, this is one of the best forums in the world, and I mean that. I've been doing this for a year plus, and I'm not saying this because I like Anna and Alexander and Marina. I go on many forums. If you are here, you are set for success. So gladly to be here, and congratulations on being selected.
Thank you so much, Jordan, for such nice words, and thanks for finding time to join us.
Marina, I'll go next. My introduction will be a lot less smaller than Jordan and Pretty, because these are very important people. Henry, I'm here. I have an advisory firm that I do fractional CFO and COO work with startup and SMBs. And then also I'm a venture partner of a venture fund focusing primarily in fintech, blockchain, enterprise, and basically any data-driven type of companies. Look, enjoy being here. Been here many times with you guys. Great to see everyone. Looking forward to participating, and best of luck to all the startups. I look forward to your pitch. Thanks you so much.
Thank you.
May I?
Maybe.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Qatch. I'm now in Istanbul, although the company is based in Toronto. Currently, due to COVID, we are operating from Istanbul, and we are now narrow our scope to only fintech, drop our IoT ventures, seeking IoT ventures. But in fintech, we are also looking for Turkish, Canadian, and German startups, especially in digital banking solutions. And our ticket size will be now increased from 100,000 US to 1 million US. And hopefully we are going to find what we are looking for in Startup Network. Thanks for the invitation.
Thank you so much, Savas. You have such a great fir tree on the background, so that I couldn't but mention that.
I can go next.
I can go next.
Okay.
Hello,
Hi,
everyone. Oh, hi. So glad to be here around you. My name is Ariadne. I'm from Germany. I'm Managing Director of Brandpreneurs and Brandfluencers. And starting soon, I'll be also your partner for the GSA region, meaning Germany, Switzerland, and Austria. With Brandpreneurs and Brandfluencers, we support pioneers, visionaries, and change makers in the area of digital marketing, community building, and corporate influencer strategy. I work as a coach and advisor at different accelerators, incubators, and research centers. I'm also an expert advisor at the European Innovation Council Accelerator of the EU Commission for the Horizon 2020 program. And I'm part of the business angel network Go Beyond, where we invest in early startups, stage startups from 50 to 500K. And I'm so looking forward to listen to the pitches of some promising startups that might potentially shape the future.
Thank you so much, Iran, and thanks for your support as a partner.
Thank you.
I'm Marina. I can go next. This is Gary. So great to see you all today, and great to see some familiar faces. So my name's Gary Fowler. I'm a serial entrepreneur, investor, and author. I've written over 112 articles in the last year in artificial intelligence and quantum computing, places like Forbes magazine. I love AI, unsupervised AI, Jordan, is a new electricity. And so we like growth stage companies from all over the world. We curate them. I've had the pleasure of being either a co-founder or on the original team of two unicorns. Click Software was a company from Haifa, Israel, that we moved to Silicon Valley, named the company. It was bought by Salesforce 21 months ago for $1.35 billion. The other one is Eva.ai, which those from the Russian, Ukrainian, Belarusian region. David Yang is my partner. It's a $1 billion AI HR tech company that I co-founded 4 years ago. I've done 17 companies. I have not failed, but I've had some real tough ones. It was like riding a bike and falling off and skinning your back. But we got up and dusted off and did it. So I love it. So I'm looking for AI companies, quantum companies that are looking to go global. We are a Silicon Valley based group. By the way, I started the first accelerator in Russia at Skolkovo Startup Academy. And I also started the #1 private corporate accelerator. So we know a little bit about acceleration. Love to hear from you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gary. And I saw that Regina wanted to jump in. Hi, Regina.
Hi, thank you so much for the words. So hello from Ukraine, hello from Kiev. I'm representative of Quarter Partners Digital. It's Ukrainian venture capital funds. Right now, we're investing in average 500,000 euros into the industries such as blockchain, such as AI and machine learning, fintech, gaming, and artificial intelligence. Thank you so much for having us, and good luck to the projects that are going to pitch us.
Thank you, Regina.
Hello, here's Tatiana.
Hi.
Hi, I'm a fintech partner with Tiburon. We are a venture capital fund based in Munich, and we are more than 20 years on the market, done more than 100 investments in different industries. My special interest is fintech, because I spent, I think, more than 20 years in the financial services industry, in a senior management position in Western and Eastern European financial services companies. So we do invest in early stage industry agnostic companies. Our average size of ticket is up to 100,000. But we invest just not only money, but also our network and understanding of industry. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, Tatiana.
I go next. Good morning. I'm Aldo Esquenone. Nice to see a lot of familiar faces, Gary, Jordan, Pretty. Thank you very much for inviting me as a judge again. I'm based in Peru, South America, and participated in different events, in different battles around the world. I wish you good luck to all the contestants. I'm CEO in Palgo Systems. We are based in Peru and investing in Peru, but I am learning a lot in different countries, mainly someday. We will go further and invest around the world. But anyway, for you, for the participants, good luck. And this is difficult, this is tough to evaluate because all of you are doing a good job. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Aldo. And I see you have even the better background than I have today. That's very nice.
Yeah, I'll go next if you don't mind.
Hi,
everyone.
Hi,
really nice to see you guys all again. This is Unicorn. I'm joining from Austin, Texas.
There could be have something wrong with the audio.
Let me start again. Someone else goes.
Can I go next while he fixes his audio?
Hello to Finland.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Kelvin here from Finland. I'm the CEO and co-founder for Digital Growth Boost, OY. It's a tech marketing platform based in Helsinki, Finland. Also, I'm the director for Startup Grand Helsinki. Startup Grand is the largest startup and entrepreneurship community in the world with over 3.5 million audiences globally. So if you are looking to connect with startups in Helsinki, in Finland, or in the Nordic region, then we can talk. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Kelvin. And Kelvin is our partner, like communication information partner also. I mentioned that before. Thanks again.
I can go next.
Sure. Hi, Dmitry.
Hello. Hello, everyone. My name is Dmitry Cherducha, and I am an innovation manager at DTEC, the largest private investor in energy sector in Ukraine. The company's streams I worked in and named Innovation DTEC is responsible for building an open innovation culture in our company, scouting startups and implementing the new technologies. I'm dealing with scouting startups and implementing innovative solutions into our core business. Also, I'm involved in supporting partnership between DTEC and startup ecosystems. And you can reach me out through the LinkedIn or at openinnovation.dtec.com website. Thanks for inviting me, and I wish all the teams good luck in all your future endeavors.
Thank you very much, Dmitry, for joining us today.
Thank you.
Hello, probably I could talk a bit. My name is Slava Belisny. I'm a managing partner of Network Investments, which is, as Anya said, is a meeting point for financial investment professionals and investment banks, so that we could help enlarge our deal flows. So if someone interested, please, I'll put my contacts. Just get in touch with me. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Slava.
go next.
I can go next.
Oh, it's Luca.
Hello, hi everyone. Hi Marina. Nice to see you all. So I'm Luca. I'm a VC in a London-based fund, which is called Fancision Ventures. We invest in seed stage and Series A, B2B companies across fintech, artificial intelligence, and future work life. And so if you match our criteria, regardless of the competition, you can drop me an email or you can visit our website and submit the pitch. I'm very happy to review all of them. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. Patrick?
Yes, more than happy. It's the first time for me that I join, and thanks for having me, first of all. It's a great pleasure. And also, I wish certainly every participant all the best for the battles. I represent DeedX Capital Partners, which is a growth capital fund. So I bring some growth expertise to the table here. And we invest in B2B tech with a focus on consumer industries. So we are a vertically focused fund. Our ticket sizes range between 10 and 25 million. So we are really a later stage investor. And I've just recently finalized my book, Fast Scaling, in which I share some experience around how to scale successfully, get from initial traction to high growth. So if someone asks how to get there, please refer to my book. And again, thanks for having me.
Thank you very much, Patrick.
Can I go next?
Sure. Our friends from Japan. Hi.
Yes. Hi, everyone. Good evening. It's 11 p.m. here in Japan. You know, I love like jet lags if I'm staying in Japan, you know, because I love participating with your events. So hope all your friends, families, and yourself staying safe, healthy, and happy. Thank you so much, Anna, Maria, Dina, Kate, Alex, Julia, for organizing such a wonderful event. Now I'm addicted to participate in your event every week. So tomorrow, Preeti, thanks so much for inviting me as a judge in India event. I love India as well. And I love to see everybody in other events as well. So my name is John Kojo Moriwaka. You can call me Crazy John. And I'm not that crazy, but you know, it's fun to just be called Crazy John. I'm visiting professor of 2 universities, one in Myanmar, one in Japan, and always teaching entrepreneurship. And my passion is help entrepreneurs. And I'm a mentor of 10 different acceleration programs, including Silicon Valley acceleration program called Alchemist Accelerator, and also Startup Bootcamp Scale Osaka. So yeah, love to help startups. And also personally belong to 2 angel groups. One is called Harvard Business School Alumni Angels in California, Northern California, and Life Science Angels in Bay Area as well. And I'm CEO of Silicon Valley Ventures. We are advisor of startups to investors. And also we own a medical device company in Japan. So love to invest in medical device companies and also remote like DX hospital management solutions and rehabilitation solutions as well. So good luck to all speakers, and yeah, happy to be connected on LinkedIn as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, John. And I would like to remind that John is our communication partner who is mostly supporting Asia, but is very welcome to any battles worldwide.
I thought it was crazy, John.
Hi, everyone. Jarmo from Finland. We have a 150 million euro fund from Startup Capital, scaling up companies from EU through New York to the global markets. And at the same time, I'm active with more than 30 plus, mainly Finnish high-tech startups, and happy to join you here and share any of the information you would like to. Have a good day.
Thank you so much, John. Everybody else wants to jump in?
I'll go next. Hey guys, good to see you all. I'm Peter. I'm from R3 Ventures. Hello from Singapore. We're an early stage venture capital firm. We're just launching House of Deep Tech and MedTech in Luxembourg, bringing non-European companies to Europe that are export ready. And we also have a backflow, which is non-Singaporean Asian company to Asia. We're interested in pre-seed, seed, all the way up to Series A. Any size of checks are okay. And and good luck to everybody. And so nice to see you all again.
Thank you.
I can go next because I'm also from Luxembourg. Oh,
Sorry.
It's fine, Owen.
That's
Owen,
okay.
you can. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm Owen Reynolds from Xpine Capital here in Luxembourg. We are a multi-stage investor and invest across Europe, US, and Israel, and entirely within the UN Sustainable Development Goals for our largest portfolio.
Thank you very much, Owen.
Owen.
Jakub, you want to try again?
Yeah,
Let's
I
try.
don't know what happened with the previous one.
Yeah, you sound like robotized. You sound like robotized, like some AI in the middle of us. Like the voice is a little bit like.
I don't know, maybe I come from the future.
Yeah, maybe without headphones. Maybe try without headphones.
Well, Jakub tried to talk people to move to Austin from Silicon Valley, so we hacked his phone so he doesn't get to do that anymore.
Okay. Anybody else? I see some more amazing guests who are keeping silent.
Yeah, I'll go next. Hi, this is Arijit Bhattacharya from India, and totally loving the full conference as well as the past events. Thank you, Maria, for the invitation. Thank you, the whole team. So a small bit about me. So I'm a serial entrepreneur, started my journey in 1998, and I started investing in startups since 2006 onwards. So I got a tagline in my back that I'm an angel investor. So yeah, then I'm an angel investor. I represent two different funds at the moment. We created one fund based out of Australia, which is called Avenue Global, and I created one angel syndicate here in India called Entrepreneur Face, which is running for last 7 years. Apart from that, I'm a part of IIM Calcutta Innovation Park as an advisor and mentor. Been into Founder Institute as an angel, plus Startup Grid. I just saw that someone is from Startup Grid. Very familiar. Thank you so much for being here. Been with Startup Grid for quite a long time. Been into this ecosystem, tried to help global ecosystem players, startups, as well as SMEs. We're looking forward to all of you guys, and good luck to all the participants. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Rajit. I see some more amazing juries from Germany. It's Mark, it's Guenter, it's Pavel, Bogdanov. Please feel free if you want to jump in. We still have a little bit of time before our official part. So
happy to introduce Almaz. We're a Series A fund, investing mostly in companies that bridge Europe, Eastern Europe with the US. Half the team is in the US, half in Europe, and we try to help our company scale. Typical check size is 3, 4, 5, 6 million, and we usually support our companies up to 20 million per company. And happy to hear the pitches and to meet everybody.
Thank you very much, Pavel. Okay.
Hi from Italy.
Oh, the last chance. Hi, Benjamin.
Welcome. How are you doing?
Great. Looking forward to hear from you.
So Benjamin here, originally from Stockholm, Sweden. I'm now based in lovely Italy since 11 years. My partners are in London with Spin Ventures. We invest in anything to do with reduction on CO2 and plastic on the landfill. And recently, we're also very active with my other company, Business of Italy, on fintech, which is, I'm looking forward to hear. I love the startup. Good luck to everybody.
Thank you very much, Benjamin. So thanks, many thanks to everybody who joined us today's jury. And we know your very busy schedules, and that's why we're very happy to see you today. And now we're proceeding to our pitching part. And I would like to remind how to vote to the judges. Just each of you have got a personal voting link. You just click the link, go to the website. Please check that in the right upper corner, you will see your avatar. Then you scroll down, you see all the startups. They will be the same in the same order, and you can evaluate each startup from 1 till 5. And you evaluate the investment potential. So 1 is the lowest, 5 is the highest mark. Also, our amazing guests, we have a lot of guests who are angel investors today, and they can also vote for the startups they like. Just please return to our website and sign in and choose the startup you like and put just thumbs up for the startup you like, and we will see the results of the voting later on our website. So you can also actively participate in our voting process. And now I would like to tell more things about our startup day. They are all very interesting as always, and I would like to start with number one. Number one today is HelloBetter startups. They offer scientifically validated digital therapeutics. Hi Hans, it's better you will tell about your startup. I'm a little bit confused with the wording. Hannes, hi.
Here we go. Do you hear me?
Yes, I see you perfectly.
Okay, and then I go share screen, right?
You're right. And I'm putting on the timer.
Okay, so does this work now?
Yes, now it's full screen, it's fine.
All right, very good. Thanks so much for having me. I'm very happy to talk to you about HelloBetter today and tell you a bit about what we're doing. In a nutshell, empowering people, changing lives. That's what we're all about. The problem that we're tackling is the fact that there are 1 billion people out there suffering from mental health disorders, and most of them do not receive adequate care. And many of them never reach out for help. Average time from the onset of a mental health disorder till someone reaches out for help is 6 to 8 years. 60% of people are not in touch with the care system. And out of the people that are in touch with the care system, only a fraction is treated by specialists. So what's our solution? Our solution are digital therapeutics, essentially online courses that empower people to change their lives. So we put it into their own hands and help them with the prevention and treatment of mental health disorders. We cover a broad range of conditions, from stress to depression, insomnia, chronic pain, alcohol, panic, and sexual dysfunction in women. All of these can be addressed by cognitive behavioral therapy that's been translated into a digital process. Now, you could say this is sort of almost too good to be true. We have a lot of evidence for this approach. So we have a broad range of products, and we also have a lot of clinical trials that show that these products are indeed effective, and not just somewhat effective. The effect sizes measured in clinical studies and randomized controlled trials are on par with face-to-face therapy. We've conducted over 30 clinical trials on these products, more than any other company in the space, including all of the American players with $100 million of funding. And if you look at this space in the US, there's more than $1 billion that has been invested. It's vastly underfunded in Europe. And that in spite of the fact that we have a massive opportunity here. So we are the market leader in Germany. We've treated some 6,000 clients last year. With the new Digital Care Act, we are going to go from 11 million lives covered currently by our insurance partner to the entire population of 80 million covered, because you go through a process that's similar to FDA approval, but it's not just about market access. It gives you full universal reimbursement. So all health insurance companies are legally mandated to pay for our product. Here are some of the insurance partners that we work with so far. To bring this product into the standard of care, we are working with Ratiopharm. It's a leading OTC brand, a subsidiary of Teva, that is going to put 60 salespeople on reaching out to doctors across Germany to get them to prescribe our solution. That's it. My time's up. Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to hearing from you.
Thank you very much, Hannes. Any questions, please?
Hi, I have a question about I know that there is a need there. There's a lot of loneliness, especially in these times. What cycle are you in? Is the product ready? Do you have any pilot clients? So can you explain that to me?
Yeah, there's some 25,000 people that have used our product in the context of research. We've had 10,000 people using our clients in the commercial setup, 6,000 last year. We work with 6 different insurance companies in Germany, and we have 3 clients in Switzerland. And as I said, we are currently going through this process that's kind of like FDA approval that will give us access to universal reimbursement. So any person can get a prescription from a doctor, and health insurance will pay for it.
Sorry, what about the team? Do you have any psychologists on board, or do you have those advisors?
The company was founded by 3 PhD psychologists. David, my co-founder, he's one of the leading researchers in the space globally. He's published 200 peer-reviewed papers and is currently in the process of becoming appointed a professor at Technical University in Munich.
Okay, thanks, Aaron.
Good morning, this is Jordan. I'm looking at your profile. It's showing 2.9 million euros in revenue in 2021. Is that right?
No, that was 2020.
2020. And what's the forecast for 2021?
At least 5.
This is not GMV or this is not transaction volume. This is actual top line revenue.
It's 2 million euros in commercial revenue actually in 2020, and then there was 900K from grants. Yeah, and then next year it's going to be 5 million from commercial revenue and 500K from grants on top.
And geographic expansion in 21 and 22, which countries or which geographies you're going to?
So we entered the Swiss market last year, and we're plan to expand there. And then when it comes to geographies after that, we're currently in the working with a German accelerator in the US that helps German companies move to the US to evaluate that opportunity. Belgium looks promising because they also have a process to bring a product into the standard of care. But yeah, we're evaluating a number of different options right now.
So I'm hearing the US and some other countries.
Yeah.
And that's the German accelerator in Palo Alto?
Sorry?
That's the one in Palo Alto, the German accelerator in Palo Alto?
There are a number of locations. We're working with people out of Boston because that's a life science accelerator.
Got it. Get a hold of us when you have a chance. We'd like to talk to you somewhere. Good job. Really well done.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Hannes. Time is up. You're welcome.
One last thing, we're raising a Series A, that I should add.
Yeah, I would like to thank you, Hannes. I would like to remind you that we're a public event, and by the US legislation, we're not allowed to tell any precise fundraising sums or numbers. So, but you can mention that your region of which stage you're raising. So this is fine. And I would like to remind you also that all of you have 3 times of pitching time and 3 times of questions and answers. Thank you very much, Hannes, again. And then our startup number 2, the next one, bye-bye. The next one is Benoit from Spain, and the startup name is Payflow, enabling employees to get their salaries on demand. This is very interesting. Hi, Benoit.
Yeah. Hi, Marina. Thank you very much for the.
Tell us more how to get salaries on demand. I'm curious.
Definitely. So I'll present. Here at Payflow, we're more than salary in advance. We're working on financial freedom. The idea is we're working in Spain, and there is a financial stress in Spain that is really troubling employees. More than 61% of employees feel stressed, and this is impacting their companies. So now, if you think about it, 150 years ago, 200 years ago, people were getting paid when they were doing a job, right? So like they were in the countryside and they were performing a job, and at the end of the day or at the end of the hour, they were getting their money. But this has changed. This has changed because it's complicated for companies to do it. Well, that's where we come, right? And that's the first part of Payflow. The first part of Payflow is that we allow employees to withdraw a portion of their salary on demand, instantly, in a private and secure way through a mobile app, right? So it's a B2B2C solution where we partner with companies, but the end user is the employee of those companies, right? This is coupled with another service that is called LearnFlow, that is our platform of financial education that is helping in this global vision of financial well-being, right? And for the company, it's a way to be able to help their employees with a solution that is a little bit like the equivalent of going to the doctor, but for your financial health, right? So you would go to a doctor for financial health, you would go to Payflow for you actually go to Payflow for your financial health, right? And that's and this is why this model works, right? This model works because employees love it. They're less exposed to financial institutions, to high overdraft fees, to microcredits. Employers love it because we reduce rotation, we improve employee well-being, and we love it because it's a very profitable business and because it has minimal credit risk, right? So who are we? That's a little bit about us. Myself, I'm Benoit, my co-founder is Avi. We're both MIT graduates. We basically met when we were at MIT. We're roommates 7 years ago, and we went to different direction. We have a consulting background from BCG and Bain, and this is our team, ex Uber and ex eBay for most of them, and we basically are backed by Rocket Internet, and this is pretty much it about our pitch.
Thank you very much, Benoit. Perfect time and even ahead of 30 seconds.
Benoit Henry here. Quick question. So I think from a financial standpoint, I guess maybe from a company standpoint, if it's going to be able to draw on demand from the employee standpoint, I understand and maybe the qualitative benefits for the employees, maybe some for the employees, but is there any financial gains from the employee standpoint? That's first question. Second question is any traction there? Thank you.
Yeah, sure. So on the first question, I mean, results are here, right? So like rotation is decreased by 20 to 25% in the clients that we're operating with. Employee well-being is improved, right? Like, so depending on the company, depending on the industry, but this is really like it's something that we see most of the value for the company, although obviously it's a perk for the employee, right? So the employee, instead of paying 50 euros of overdraft fees, they will go to Payflow and they will basically get the service for free, right? So this is one very important thing, is that we do not charge employees in Spain, because this is something that is their fundamental right, and that it's a benefit that company really want, right? And in terms of traction, yes. So we started we have operations for about 7 months, and we raised 1.6 million euros. This was last year, in a bit after the summer, and we already have more than 10,000 employees in the pool, and we have industries from restoration to hotels to logistics, and we're covering mostly Spain, and we're entering Latin America. So the play is really focused on Southern Europe and Latam.
So Benoit, thank you for the presentation. But how exactly do you make money with that solution?
Yeah, so it's a SaaS fee that company pay, right? So a little bit like they would pay for their employee management system, they would pay for Payflow, right? So like that's a fee per employee per month. So that's a fee, currently it's €1, right? So if you have a company of 1,000 employees, that's a €6,000 ARR, right?
Okay, thank you.
Can you help me with the recurring nature of the revenue? Describe it to me a bit more, not too clear.
Yeah, sure. So basically companies will sign long-term contracts, right? So like they will pay on a per employee basis, and the revenues will be just recurring depending on their size. Like the trick here is that employees use it a lot, and that the return of the transactions per employee that has downloaded it is very high. We're talking about a 40% activation rate. So 40% of the workforce will be using it. And we're talking about at least 1 transaction per download, right? So for a company of 1,000 employees, you're going to have 400 transactions recurring every month, right? And on a per user basis, like we're seeing that we have a person that has withdrawn on a given month, basically 70 to 80% of the time, they will withdraw on the next month as well, right? So like it's really, really ramping up. And this is why the service is so important for the company, because it's really a benefit that people use, like much more than a gym membership or anything else.
What is your unit economics, the CAC, LTV ratios look like based on that?
Yeah, sure. So if you look at it, right, like the employees, let's say a company of 100 employees, we will make, thanks to this, €100 per month, right? So like 40% will download it, let's say we'll have 1 transaction per person, so that's 40 transactions per month, right? Each person is going to withdraw an average of 50 to 70 euros, right? So
I'm just looking at some ratios, some numbers I can use in my mind.
Yeah, sure. So basically the CAC that you would pay per company, right, would be around 1,000, 1,500, because we focus on very large accounts, right? So if you look at it on a per employee basis, you're basically going to realize that it's about $2 to $3 per employee, right? So it's a CAC that is relatively low because you onboard big chunks of employees every time you onboard a new company, right? And the LTV is relatively high because even if the employee leaves the company,
what's the relative?
I'm very sorry, I have to interrupt. Your time is up. I'm sorry. You can continue after the after the meeting. During the meeting. And now the time for startup number 3. It's Equinox Vision, augmented reality content creation and monetization platform. And we have the guest from Croatia. Hi, Ivan.
Hello.
Hi. The floor is yours.
Thank you. So we are presenting an augmented reality platform, the global platform which presents augmented reality as a service to businesses and also with an end user component. So let's start with why we are doing what we are doing. Augmented reality is not exactly widespread today because it is expensive to produce, it is fragmented. You need to install new applications for each new campaign, for each new service, each new museum, each new marketing need, whatever. All of those single-purpose applications are tough for users to acquire. It is also expensive to acquire new users. It is expensive to teach them how to use the application. This is why we are creating a platform which is presenting augmented reality to each of them. Single-use applications also are expensive to develop, and they can be quite involved in the process of developing. This is also why we are developing a platform which is basically publishing content for each users at the same time. So we are a platform for publishing interactive and dynamic augmented reality content with some social networking elements. The idea is this. Each new generation is getting more and more involved in virtual world, in virtual contents. Even, children of 3 to 5 years, 7 to 13 years old are playing games like Roblox. They're interacting with virtual environments. And those new generations are learning from early ages to interact with virtual environments, and they will soon expect real environments to also be interactive and to present them with new and dynamic virtual options. And this is what we believe that we need to enrich the environments, the physical environments, with virtual interactive content. And this is what we are doing with our platform. We basically automate a thing which previously wasn't automated. This is creation and monetization of augmented reality content. We enable businesses to create and easily publish augmented reality content worldwide. We are primarily location-based, which means that if you are in a certain location, you will see certain augmented reality content and you will interact with it. Imagine, for example, seeing Darth Vader, from Star Wars, walking down the town square and selling you tickets for the movies, right? This is the kind of stuff we are doing. This is the kind of stuff which younger generations will expect from the real world to support. We have some traction. We have some initial customers, tourism boards, marketing agencies, even some visualization stuff for a pharmaceutical agency, which I cannot mention. And we are basically getting customers which previously thought that augmented reality is expensive. Well, it is not expensive with our platform. So we have short-term plans, we have long-term plans. We are currently out of MVP development stage. We are acquiring new customers since basically New Year. We already have some customers and some traction. And we are firstly deploying this in Croatia. This is a tiny country, but it's also ideal for testing the waters, so to say, and testing new ideas and markets. We eventually plan to establish a marketplace for augmented reality content. And we want to support, as much as possible, people and businesses to create content on our platform with tools which we are developing. In a way, we're sort of kind of looking to be something like a Roblox for augmented reality, let's say. It's not exactly, but this is a good comparison. As I said, we'll first test in Croatia. This is a small country, but it's a very tourist-oriented country, and we can offer a lot of interesting content placed in actual locations in Croatia. But we also want
to... very sorry, time is up. Already extended. We see the team, and now the part for questions.
This is the end slide. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, what's your exit strategy?
Depends on how things happen. So this is something which can go global. This has the potential to be a global player, or depending on how the markets works, we can exit to be sold to another company. So we are not close to this idea. But for now, we want to develop this into a truly global product.
And how do you price your services?
We currently have two types of B2B revenue streams. First is content creation. Second is the platform part. We want to spin off the content creation part into the sole company and become solely oriented on the platform part. So content creations is per project. So those are projects which are currently in a very early stage, something on the order of 10 to 20,000 euros a month. But we are really starting.
Okay, thank you very much. The next startup, number 4, is Qatch, a smart transportation network, and I'm inviting Emmanuel from Netherlands. Hi, Emmanuel.
Yes, do you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Emmanuel, and I will present Qatch. What is Qatch exactly? Excuse me, I will start at the start. What is Qatch exactly? Qatch is a software as a service which turns any vehicle's unused space into a variety of smart transportation solutions. Take, for example, one of our taxi drivers, who is Mark, and besides executing trips, he's also now able to expand his business with moving packages around in each return trip. Another example is Brenda. She has an e-bike and she wants to set up her own on-demand delivery service. Now she can do that with Qatch. We empower entrepreneurs. We give them the tools in order to expand or build their own on-demand delivery service from scratch. In return, we charge a monthly fee, and our vision in the future is to have a security layer based on blockchain technology. So why care? There's an increasing trend of unhappy drivers. Research showed, for instance, that Uber and Lyft drivers, they have a very high retention rate, quitting 6 months after they joined the platform. It's about 70%, 70. Also, COVID-19 showed us very clearly that there are new tools needed for drivers in order to build quickly a new income stream. We as Qatch support at least 3 of the UN sustainability goals, and security in the mobility space has been super important. As you might know, last year Uber was stripped of his London license for over a year due to safety concerns, and we believe that our blockchain vision will mitigate a lot of these risks. Who is behind Qatch? We are 3 entrepreneurs and friends, and we hold combined almost 40 years of business experience in mobility, taxi industry, software engineering, and business development. What's next for us? We are an early stage company. We are building on the experience of a traditional taxi and dispatch company in the past. We operated almost 13,000 trips with over 500 drivers in the Netherlands. We have re-innovated our software to a stage where we have now completed most of our modules, and we're planning to go live in the first quarter of 2021. Our next step is year 2, generating a revenue of 2 million. And in year 5, we want to generate a revenue of 15 million. Thank you.
Any questions?
Thank you for this. What's your market validation? Tell me this is going to work. What did you do to test? Many similar solutions out there. So
True.
Market validation, and what's yours?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
A bit more on the market validation. How did you validate this works, and what is your differentiator? Because there's many are trying to do the same as you are.
Yes, that's true. So our market foundation mainly comes from the conversations we had with the current drivers we are working with. As I said, we already executed more than 13,000 trips. And one of the key concerns was that there is no overarching platform which allows drivers to have more ownership, to manage more their own rules, have more transparency about the pricing, but also to be able to set up their own network with their own regulations. And we have a couple of drivers now in pilot, which are quite happy with the fact that we built a modular system which can be tweaked upon their desires.
Do you have to have a taxi license in order to be part of your team or your program? As far as I remember, the Netherlands had banned Uber at the beginning because people didn't have the taxi license. How do you cope with that?
Yeah, true. So the subscription, if you want to work with us as a taxi driver, yes, you need to have an official registration, and that will be verified by the team. On the other hand, if you have an e-bike and you want to start a business with us, you need to have a certain registration, but not like a taxi license or whatever heavy regulations which are on there. But you need to have the proper registration, which will be checked by the team.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Any more questions?
Since no question is coming, what about expanding to other countries? What's the plan?
Yeah, so the plan is right now, as we are in early stage, we're now running in Eindhoven, which is one of the biggest cities in the Netherlands. We have across the Netherlands several drivers already active, and our plan is in year 2 to expand to the nearest countries, Germany, France, Belgium, and in year 5 we want to expand further into Asia and Africa.
Thank you very much, Emanuel. And our next startup is from Spain, and the name is Fancision, gamification to engage and monetize football fans. And we have here Lorenzo, who is going to tell us more. So Spain and football, yeah, some fun. Looks some fun.
Hello, everyone. There is okay. My slides well?
Yes.
Perfect. So, hello, everyone. My name is Lorenzo. I'm the CTO of Fancision. We are a Spanish-based startup, and we provide gamified experience to engage and monetize the modern football fans. And this is European football, not American football. So basically, the problem that we identified is that being a football fan these days is a little bit like being in a long-distance relationship. Basically, fans are on one side wanting to do a lot of stuff, especially the Gen Z, the newcomer fans. They want to engage a lot more with their team, but they don't have the correct channels to do that. And on the other side, teams need better ways to monetize their fans and to know more about what their fans truly want. So there's a clear disconnect in this area. So for example, 95% of all football clubs, apps, and websites only show information. These things can easily be found on Google or Twitter. So there's very little incentive for fans to download the club's applications. There's very little to do other than stuff that we already have in applications that we use in our day-to-day lives. We estimate that clubs are missing out on about $500 million in extra revenue every year just by not engaging their fans properly. And during the pandemic, this got, of course, way worse. So this is where Fancision comes in. This is the most fun app for football fans. And these are some of our main features. We provide trivia, mini games, predictions, challenges, chat, and live trivia. And also you can even vote on decisions of your favorite club. So how cool is that? The market opportunity is really huge. It's a total size of $8.4 billion between Spain, Latin America, and the MENA region. And this is the combined market of football fan spending and the mobile gaming side. So we're in the middle of, or in the intersection of those markets. In terms of traction and validation, we have secured deals already with 5 professional clubs. We are almost closing a partnership with the Qatar Stars League, and also partnership with other startups like Equinox, which Telefonica, which we were accelerated by them, by their Open Future Accelerator, helped us achieve. So in terms of users, we have 2,500 pre-registered users. We launched the Fancision beta for Android and iOS 3 weeks ago. We already have a couple hundred users there. We're hoping to grow. We have a growth rate of 8% weekly and a retention rate of 35%. So these are very promising numbers for us. In terms of competition, Fancision stands out in 3 key ways. We are the only ones providing a truly gamified experience and focusing on what's fun for football fans, whereas competitors are focusing on spending a lot of money on marketing and not having great apps that provide a great experience. But additionally, Fancision is completely free for clubs and it's easy to integrate. We can work as a standalone application or integrated inside clubs applications. And finally, we are targeting unserved markets like second divisions in Europe or first division in Latin America and MENA countries. How do we make money though? We have 3 main revenue streams: a free-to-join model with in-app purchases and ads, a premium subscription with special benefits, and sponsorship activations. And all the revenue generated inside the app, we share with the club. So this is a B2B2C model. In terms of the founders, we are a highly integrated team. We've known each other since college. We are originally all from Venezuela. And together we cover the tech, commercial, sports, and content creation of the company with just the founders. We also have founded other companies who are still live right now, and we have a proven track record of entrepreneurship. We have been accelerated by the Andalusia Open Future Accelerator and then by the Qatar Sports Tech Accelerator. And right now we're hoping to raise our angel investors. So thank you so much for listening, and we can answer any questions you may have.
Any questions?
Hi, Lorenzo. Henry here. Very quick. I think you have one slide you showed about how you're different in terms of not just providing news and score. I think if I'm looking at it, maybe you can also bring it up if you can. I think it's more or less, it's like an engagement type of service. But yes. I guess the crux of the question is how not you, how you monetize, you share your revenue model, but more or less as how the company monetize. I think that's more important. I think like that slide shows, it's more like engagement with the fans, but that's just a part of engagement. How does the clubs monetize, which is the crux of the problem you're trying to solve? Thank you.
Okay, so if I understood the question is how do clubs make money? That's the
how do the clubs make money by using your service?
Great question. So basically, as we mentioned, there's a huge missing extra revenue that clubs could have if they were engaging their fans properly. So we use the leverage of the clubs. We partner with them so that they can promote us to their fans. And then once their fans are inside our application, as I mentioned in the other slide, I can go here, we have 3 revenue streams inside the application. So we have in-app purchases for extra content and also ads. We have a premium subscription, which allows fans to get extra benefits, extra coins, win awesome prizes, and also sponsorship activations, which can work with the current sponsors of teams or with outside sponsors. And so all the revenue generated here is split with the clubs in percentages that are negotiated with each club. So it's completely free for clubs. All they have to do is help us with a little bit of promotion to their fan base in their main channels, and then we'll start ramping up the revenue.
Lorenzo, just a quick question from me. What's a split of the revenue between subscription, purchase, and sponsorship activation? I mean, how much is it coming from each of the revenue stream? And then what's usually the percentage that you agree? I know that is negotiated with each club, but what is it on average? I mean, do you give to the club 20, 30%?
Great question. So right now we're in the pre-revenue stage. So I'm going to answer with estimates. So we believe that most of the revenue is going to, at least 50% of the revenue is going to come from sponsorship activations. And then the in-app purchases and premium subscriptions are going to do the rest of it. We are hoping to achieve $400,000 in revenue this year after we successfully get our angel investment funds, which I obviously cannot say the amount here. And in terms of split revenue with the clubs, obviously it's a negotiation that we go with each club independently, but we can even go 50-50 depending on how many fans and how big of a club it is. However, we are going from a bottom-up approach. We're targeting second division clubs and building from the ground up. So we have successfully closed deals with 20 for the club, 80 for us, 30 for the club, 70 for us. And this is a conversation that we have with clubs, and then we negotiate those percentages.
Yeah, quick question. Have you signed any clubs so far?
Yes. Let me actually go to that slide. So we're targeting Latin America and Spain. So we have signed 2 professional clubs in Spain, 3 professional clubs in Venezuela, which is my original country. And we're hoping to get at least 40 clubs this year, all the way up to first division, hopefully in some leagues in Europe. So, yeah.
Thank you very much, Lance. The time is up. Thank you very much. The next startup we have today is Wisear, and it's Yassine who is going to present it from France, or currently from the US. So, Yassine, hi.
Hi guys, can you hear me well?
Yes.
All right, cool. I'm going to share my screen real quick. All right, can you see my screen well?
Yes.
Oh, good. All right, you tell me whenever I start, Marina.
You can ready.
All right. Over the past 30 years, we have attempted to make human-machine interface as effortless as possible. From the first computer to the latest voice assistant and smartwatches, we've made some progress, but we're still limited. What if you could control your device without even touching it, almost magically? And what if such technology could be integrated in a device that is as small and universal as earphones? Hi, my name is Yassine, and I'm the co-founder and CEO at Wisear. I want to show you how Wisear enables people to finally get seamless, voiceless, and touchless control of their devices. To do so, we license our neuronal biosensing solution to earphone makers. We use tiny electrodes to record your brain and facial activity. Then, our patent-pending AI technology transforms these signals into intuitive controls that let you take actions such as answering a call or playing the music, for instance.
Estaba escribiendo la vaina en el chat.
Sorry? Okay.
Gracias. Sí,
Lorenzo, can you mute, please?
Creo que salió de pinga.
Sorry. Our business model is simple. We license our technology and we take 20% of the incremental margin generated by our clients. And we charge an annual maintenance fee. Brain-wearable headphone brands already exist on the market, but they focus on building their own devices. On the other hand, a lot of B2B biosensing solutions have been developed over the past 10 years, but they focus on the heart activity only. We are uniquely able to license the first hardware-agnostic brain-wearable solution that fits in any earphones. Our top target market remains the true wireless earphones, with its $16 billion of revenue in 2020. But our technology is robust enough to be used in any kind of earphones, specifically walkie-talkie and VR headphones. Alan, our CTO, graduated with a master in neurotechnology, and over the past 6 years, as product manager and data scientist, we have grown 2 products from 0 to $100 million of revenue per year. We are now ready to do the same with Wisear. 2 months ago, we secured our first proof of concept deal for $150,000. And we reached close to $450,000 in funding. Our focus for 2021 is to deliver that first proof of concept and turn it into a licensing deal. 5 years from now, we are confident that most of our everyday devices will be equipped with biosensors. And brands are racing to find a brain sensing solution that works. We are building it. Actually, by signing only 3 major clients, we could reach up to $100 million of revenue per year. Does that sound like sci-fi to you? Well, believe it or not, this is using this technology that I've been controlling the slides for the past 3 minutes. Thank you very much for listening this far. Now, if you have any questions, I'd be very happy to answer them.
Thank you very much, Yassine. Questions?
Thank you for the presentation. The question is, who is your main competitor? Probably it's a huge players. How are you going to compete with them?
So getting back to maybe the slide, I think right now we see 2 types of competition. On one hand, you have the brands that are already trying to create devices that are brain wearable devices. You know, and you have Emotive, for instance. But these guys, they focus on building their own devices, meaning users will have to use their own device in order to be able to access the brain wearable technology. On the other hand, what we see is that most of the smart wearable, most of the watches that we all have today, actually the heart rate measurement or the heart rate technology is not built by the companies. So Samsung, Bose, Jabra, Huawei, whoever you think about, most of the time, the technology that analyze your heart activity is actually built by another company. So Valentine and FirstBeat being the main ones. And these guys are already working with all of the companies that we want to work with, but they focus on the heart rate. So what we're saying is that we have two types of competitions. Either the guys who have brain wearables start licensing, or the guys who are licensing actually start doing brain sensing. And so right now, I would say that both of them are potential competitors. But on our side, we are the first one who are actually licensing a brain sensing solution, if that makes sense.
Thank you.
Yassine, what are the 2 or 3 key milestones you're going to get in terms of revenue, product release, or use cases?
Right. So in terms of revenue, as I said, like we currently have one ongoing prototyping contract, and our goal is to turn this prototyping contract into a licensing deal. Now, if we talk about licensing deal with a large earphone maker, we're talking about a few millions units per year. I mean, more than a few million. But the thing is that what we want to target is like basically signing that licensing deal by the end of the year. So that's the key milestone that we want to have. In terms of
on the product and on the utility of the product in the next 2 years. When do you have the actual product out there? When do you think you're going to have the real product deployed?
Fair enough. So the current like a roadmap or the current like time between the moment you decide to start to launch a new generation of earphones, for instance, and the moment it comes on the market is 18 months. So assuming we sign the licensing deal sometime this year, we should expect to have the first earphone equipped with our technology available to the grand public by the end of 2022.
The status of your patent, how far are you from getting an approval? Do you know?
Sorry, come again?
The status of your patents, how far are you in the process?
Right now, so we applied for the patents in April 2019, and usually the turnover is like 12 months. So we should get an answer pretty soon, I would say.
Thank you, sir. Good luck to you. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Yassine, and I'm about to move to another startup, number 7.
Perfect.
Today, we have iLoF company, who is enabling a new era of personalized precision medicine. And I have Louis from United Kingdom who is going to tell us more. Louis, hi. Hi, Louis.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Perfect. So I'll start. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For hundreds of years, new treatments have been developed based on the idea that the same medication will work equally for everyone. But for many diseases, this is not the case. Take Alzheimer's, for example. 14 years, more than 400 failed clinical trials, and no new treatment. Why? The truth is, like many, Alzheimer's is a very heterogeneous disease. While one treatment will not work for all, current stratification techniques used in clinical trials have major issues. They are invasive, they are difficult to access, and all of that causes 90% of the patients to leave the clinical trials. This makes trials incredibly expensive and inefficient, and solving this problem is at the heart and soul of our mission at iLoF. iLoF is developing a platform to enable the development of personalized treatments for complex heterogeneous diseases such as Alzheimer's. And using our revolutionary platform, we can stratify patients for clinical trials based on their biological profile, cutting 40% of the cost, 70% of the time, while making the whole process more humane and convenient for patients. To do this, we have developed an AI-driven approach that generates agnostic, robust optical fingerprints from convenient fluids like blood. And using these in-house developed digital twins, we are building a cloud-based library of field disease biomarkers and biological profiles. We are non-invasive, adaptable, fast, and above all, we're very low cost. We only use light and AI. These are just some of the current case studies of our platform. We are uniquely positioned to perform both targeted certification through individual structures like peptides, exosomes, or glycans, or differentiate between different complex disease profiles. To achieve this vision, we're partnering with leading global stakeholders, hospitals, biotechs, and pharmaceutical companies from the US to Australia. And together, we are enabling our vision of building a true cloud-based library filled with thousands of different biological profiles and disease biomarkers. For us, it all starts by solving the problems of the industry with a follow-on move into the healthcare market by providing the right treatment to the right patient. And it's quite a big market. On Alzheimer's alone, just the top 4 pharmaceutical groups, 2 of which we're currently engaged with, spend more than 400 million screening for Alzheimer's clinical trials. We are in a unique position to get this market by using our dynamic pricing model, which ensures risk-free win-win for both iLoF and our clients. And in the end, what iLoF is creating is a validated platform technology, expanding a cloud-based library to accelerate the development of personalized treatments in new areas like oncology, infectious diseases, and others. This is our unique position with our proprietary data library, multiple partnerships, and backing from leading investors like Microsoft Ventures and Mayfield. This is the team that makes it happen every day, comprised of more than 15 scientists, entrepreneurs, and inventors, based in Oxford and supported by an incredible panel of pharma and tech executives. And today, we ask you to join us as we completely revolutionize the way we develop personalized treatments while hopefully contributing to a better world without Alzheimer's. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Luis. Any questions, please?
Yeah, the question is, how are you getting the biomarkers and the medical history of the patient? Are you getting that from the hospitals or through your device?
Yeah, that's an excellent question. So both, actually. So the way we are integrating, different sources of data to build our models. One is, of course, electronic health registers, but we're also getting optical data that we gather from samples. So this is where I would say the physical part of our platform comes. So currently, there is a lot of data that is already collected from samples with a lot of devices, optical devices like mass spec, Raman, a lot of photonics devices. And this data normally works in silos. It's not integrated into a central database library, and neither it's correlated with other sources of data like comorbidities and other sources of electronic data. What iLoF is doing is integrating different sources of data from samples, but also data from the patient's history into building these digital twins of both individual biomarkers and also complex biological profiles.
All right, thank you.
Any more questions? Okay, thank you.
Just a quick one, Marina. I think we have already came across or with one of our fund. I remember. What's the current funding demand? I mean, how much are you raising?
We can't answer that question.
Okay, sorry. I will ask it privately then. Sorry.
Thank you so much. I can just give a very brief, if we have 30 seconds, a brief overview that right now we have a comfortable runaway, but there are opportunities, more traction than our 15 people team can deliver. So we are fundraising, not going to disclose the amount to deliver on this traction and to bring some strategic investors on board.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Luis. And we have another startup from the United Kingdom, and I'm excited to invite Tushar from Zeg.ai, virtual studio for e-commerce sellers.
Thanks so much, Marina. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, hi everyone, I'm Tushar from Zeg. We're completely reinventing the photography for e-commerce sellers. So if you look from the eyes of an e-commerce seller, they need to get a high quality product photo, which is the #1 reason for increasing the conversion. But in order to get that photo, the seller needs to ship the product to a studio. They need to ship the props. So you can imagine like apples and strawberries. And this is what a photography setup looks like. So they end up spending like £500 for a handful of photos, and they have to wait for a week to get the photos back. And if they have to do something for social media, they have to do it all over again. So what Zeg is doing is we are taking the entire process virtual. So what that means is that you upload a photo and that it converts into a 3D model of the product within a few seconds. And once the 3D model is created, you can place it on a beach or a mountain, and then you can get a really high quality product photo like you were seeing on the right-hand side. So the way to imagine this thing is you're getting a Hollywood level CGI at a cost of like £30 per month. So this is like what we have developed for a number of clients, number of B2B sellers. And there are two things to probably notice here. One is obviously the quality that you can see, which has led to a conversion increase of more than 40%. Another is like you can get this conversion increase, high quality product photos without leaving a carbon footprint. So you're talking about like saving one return trip from London to Paris if you build like 5 photos for different clients. So the way to look at this competition is you can look at all the software that exists and all the hardware that exists, and then you have to see like who can operate them, expert versus non-expert. And there are two things where we are actually far ahead. One is we have built a completely non-expert workflow. And second is through our patent, we have like 5 patents that we have applied for. And this is like patent pending 3D AI technology for the first time, which is converting the photos into a photorealistic 3D model. In terms of the market size, one way to imagine this is like how many products exist on Amazon. So in the current focus that we have is beauty and personal care. And there are 8 million products. And even if we capture 10% of the market share and they end up spending like 50% less than what they're spending now, there's a huge opportunity in the US market alone. And once we capture that, we want to move into home, kitchen, and other health segments. This is what our user segment looks like. And this is where the pro software are, which haven't changed for the last 30 years. We are focusing primarily on small businesses, consumers, and B2B. And small businesses, I mean, like who cannot like afford such a high quality photo because of the expense. And we are providing the same big brand quality like photo at a low cost. This is what the traction looks like. So we started in July in terms of the beta release. In the last quarter, we did like £20,000 worth of revenue. We are now pushing the product out to multiple sellers. We are growing 20% month on month. And there are 2 deals we are working towards, and for which one we have completed the POCs with eBay. And if that goes well, then we will be able to scale to the health and beauty segment to almost all the eBay sellers that are out there. And that will be our quickest route to the market for the 1 million users. Now, this is the team. Briefly, like there are 3 types of skills that you will not find in other team members. One is mostly on deep learning and 3D. And the second is mostly on geometry processing. So we're combining geometry with the 3D deep learning, which is the unique aspect of the team. And third part is mostly around the full stack and the commercial side of things.
Thank you very much, Tushar. Time is
that's
up.
it. Yeah.
Yes, that's it. So questions, please. Any questions?
Maybe to have one question in this regard, do you have already the unit economics in place? Do you have compelling unit economics?
Yeah, so we are a SaaS business model. So we have like 70% gross margin based on the software we have. So it's a self-service, and every time like user comes in, we end up like saving 70%.
Yeah, I understand the SaaS aspect to it, but I think the customer acquisition cost and the customer lifetime value are sometimes challenging, especially if you target the lower end of the market, so small customers.
So the 20% growth is coming with 0 marketing spend right now. So we are not spending anything on marketing. So we are more going through the routes of eBay's and Instagram. So we are working like with the partnership with Instagram, like InstaShop. So these are the 2 big places that we are trying to cover to get to a wider user base. We have like fake Fiverr accounts and things like that where we capture the users for free, but that's mostly for experimentational purposes.
I do have a quick one and a simple one. Let's say hypothetically, somewhere down the road, if there's going to be some type of potential M&A transaction, who do you think will be who are the companies who will be interested in you?
So last month, an Israel company that was working on the same problem got acquired by Unity. So we see a lot of potential companies. So obviously Unreal Engine is definitely a big one. We also see Adobe and Autodesk, people who do not have 2D to 3D tech might be potential buyers, and Google and Facebook are definitely there.
Just a quick follow-up. Do you think something like a Shopify and an Instagram would, maybe even an Amazon would be of interest? If yes, why, what are your thoughts there? Just very high level thoughts.
Yeah, so we are building a Shopify app as well, because somehow the app developers there are generating 1 billion worth of revenue. So that would be one place where we can go and like attract more users. But those could also streamline their studio operations. like Amazon has a huge studio operation. So if they have to bring that all virtually, then that could be a potential way of doing it.
Thank you very much, Tushar. Time is up. And we have 2 more startups left, both from Germany. So startup number 9 is called AiSight, and this is machine diagnostics for manufacturing. Hi, Cecilia.
Hi, I share my screen.
Sure.
Can you see my screen?
Presentation fine. Yeah.
Great. Hi, I'm delighted to be here. I'm Cecilia and I'm the marketing manager at AiSight, and we automate machine diagnostics for manufacturing. 20% of total production costs are associated to machine breakdowns. For example, if equipment at an automotive firm breaks for only 1 hour, that can cost $2.9 million. We solve this problem with an easy-to-use vibration-based sensor kit. It can be plugged onto an industrial machine and it will pick the vibration, temperature, and magnetic field. This data is fed into a machine learning algorithm that runs on the device. This algorithm is already trained to recognize whether the machine is acting normally or if it's not, and in that case, why. Thanks to this, it can predict time to failure and identify the root cause. Compared to our closest competitors, we doubled the frequency band, allowing a deeper and better analysis, and we made the product so easy to use that we can install 150 of them in only 1 day. This accuracy and ease of use is the reason why we already have 12 client lives, 500 sensors installed, and an annual recurring revenue of 300K. Some of our clients include Miele, BASF, Audi, Henkel, but we have other 160 potential clients, and if we close all of them, our annual recurring revenue would get to $3.8 million. Let's look at other projections. We use a typical software as a service subscription model, and for $25 per month per sensor, and rotating equipment, not our only use case, is made of 32 billion machines. If we equip all of them, we would end up at a total addressable market of $9.5 trillion. All of this is possible thanks to our great team with amazing backgrounds in hardware, software, and sales. Our adventure began in July 2018, shortly after we were accepted in the HEX Accelerator in Shenzhen and San Francisco, that allowed us to develop our first 20 prototypes and have them installed at 2 clients only 4 months after being funded. Since then, we developed most our sensors, closed our clients, and achieved a $2.5 million seed round. Right now, we are aiming at closing a Series A funding. Thank you very much for your attention. Here are our contacts, and if you want in the revolution, all you have to do is come talk to us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Cecilia. Questions?
You mentioned that it's $25 per device. Is that correct?
Yes, it can be from $25 to $100 per sensor per month, but it can depend on the use case and on how many machines are being monitored.
Okay, good product. Thanks.
Thank you.
You're looking to raise some money. We won't say how much, but you're going to grow your team from 15, 16 to about 45 over the next how long?
Sorry, can you repeat?
The growth in your employee is going from 17 to 45 for the money you're raising. How long will you need to increase the team from 17 to 45?
From 17 to 45, I suppose 1 year.
Okay, that's massive growth. Okay, and then I'm looking at, you're going to install 20,000 units to achieve $1 million. Or is it to achieve $12 million? I'm trying to figure out your portfolio.
Yes, the aim is to achieve, to install 30,000 sensors and achieve $18 million.
Okay, okay. Very interesting product. Well done. Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much.
See, I have a question. Yeah, I
Sorry.
have a question. Arijit Bhattacharya here. I'm so sorry. You want to go ahead, please? I'll ask later then.
Okay, thank you. So I have a question, two fast questions. The first one is about competitors. Do you have competitors? And the second one question is about experience in energy sector. Do you have experience with your product in energy sector? Thanks.
Yes. So regarding the competitors, a very important competitor for us is Augury. Compared to them and to our competitors in general, our product is much more integrated. So we don't only focus on predictive maintenance, but we provide an entire full machine diagnostics service. And of course, it's much easier to use and to get started. Very often to get started on such a solution, you have to spend a lot of money and you need a lot of time to train the algorithm. And this is not our case because our algorithm is pre-trained. And regarding energy, we have a use case also with wind turbines. So yes, we are already moving steps in that sector.
Do you have you have a data monetization plan for all the data you're going to collect on a machine by machine or sector by sector basis?
You're asking how we differentiate the data that we collect?
I'm asking if you will make money from the data that you collect.
No, all we do with the data is we analyze them, and the first part of the analysis happens on the device, and then the relevant data, only the relevant data for the customers is transmitted to the dashboard.
I have a question, as I'm also in Germany and dealing with a lot of these sensor technology companies, which I'm all missing here. How much you have distributed really in working and not in proof of concept at the customer? You had mentioned, for instance, Bosch, and I know Bosch has its own IoT area and sensors there. So how much are really active and not only in proof of concept?
No, our sensors are all active. All 500 we have installed are perfectly
in production.
In production, we are. Yes, right now we're producing 10,000 sensors.
Oh, okay. No, that's okay. I got it. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Cecilia. And I have to proceed to speaker number 10, who is the last for today. And please feel free to reach Cecilia after the event. And I'm excited to announce Ariadne Maps. And we have Hasim, who is going to tell us more. So it's like Google Analytics of physical world.
Yeah, hello.
Hi, tell us more, please, about your interest in startup.
All right. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
All right, perfect. So we are Ariadne Maps. We help businesses understand their customers. So let's meet John. John is a retail company manager. He has a very beautiful store, and he has both online version and physical version of his store. Well, for his online store, he has Google Analytics. He can see how many people are active on his website. He can see how many visits he gets per region and per time. And he can see how many people he convert to be his customers. He can see the trend behavior on his website. And as a result of this analytics, Google recommends him some activities. And if John applies the recommendations, he boosts his revenues. But what about his physical business? I mean, he invests a lot of money. He has inventory costs. He has personnel costs. And John is desperate. He's thinking, what will I do? He is making like a Google search, and he's funding Ariadne Maps. He orders a project from us. Well, what do we do? First, we digitalize the static map of the retail company of John. It takes only 1 day. And then we ship the devices, we ship with the premium delivery. And then once John plugs the devices in, it directly creates data. So how does it work? John has visitors, John has customers, they have smartphones, they send signals, and John installed our devices in his mall or in his retail store. These devices, they capture the signals from these visitors. And then we find the location of the person, and then we fuse this data with the geometry and the topology of the area. And then we do this for all the people here. So we localize, we track, and we create analytics about your customers. Now John looks happy. Why? Because he can see how many people are in his store. He can see how much time they stay. He can see how often they come. He can see how many people move from, for example, Zara to food court. He can see the heat map of his area. He can see how many people pass by, how many people actually enter the store, and how many people convert to be his customers, how many people finally end up with buying something. Well, why John choose Ariadne Maps? Because we competed against Google and IBM, and we were found to be 3 times better than Google's AR core. And we are both GDPR compliant fully, and in the best clusters, in the best cluster in terms of accuracy. We have a lot of customers from transportation. Deutsche Bahn is the biggest railway operator. We have many projects with local transport agencies. Shanghai Airport, many international airports are in our portfolio. We have partnership with SAP, Pritika is our customer, and whatever you see here and many more. Our company is a result of research at Technical University of Munich. We have PhD and master degrees from the same university. We have over 4 patents and 15 publications. And we have many skills varying from finance to sales to full stack localization. And yeah, this is more or less my presentation. You can reach me at the information below here. And thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. I have some questions. Any questions?
I think I've seen many of your competitors. I don't really get why you are different, to be honest.
That's a good question. Let me go back to the competition page. Here, the problem is first the privacy. Second is the accuracy. I mean, you can, especially in Europe, you cannot operate if you don't obey the privacy rules. I mean, the cameras, for example, in Europe, they're a big problem. And the second thing is the accuracy. To be able to create accurate analytics of the people inside some area, it's not easy. I mean, GPS, for example, can only tell which state you are in, and it's not so accurate. We are trying to be kind of like accurate GPS of indoor world and the Google Analytics. And yeah, I mean, we have like patents that we have a different approach, and we have a patent. We have a patent in our localization accuracy that no one else can. I mean, that kind of guarantees us that no one else can do it. And we can cover almost all the people because we can cover from 500 megahertz to 5 gigahertz. So that covers almost all the people in the area. Almost all the people carry smartphones. I think that's kind of like a differentiating factor.
Thank you very much, Hasim.
Yeah.
So that was the last startup for today. And we're about to announce the winner in just about 1 or 2 minutes. And I'm excited to pass the word again back to Anna.
Thank you, Marina. Thank you, startups. Great pitches, extraordinary innovations. I learned a lot of new things, actually. And I'm looking forward to know who the winner is. We have exactly 2 minutes, dear judges, so you can finish your voting, and then we will know who will be presenting Western Europe in our finals on February 18th. Please remember the date. And Alexander, will the winner have the date with the VC house?
Yes, if the winner has revenue. Yeah, we invite the startup to our VC house and talk with him much more. So we are waiting to hear who is the winner today, Anna.
You don't know?
Really no.
Okay, neither do I. Okay, we have 1 more minute to go, and in a minute we will know. I think Marina will be the first one to know, and she will tell us who the winner is, and we will share it.
But still, we have some more seconds.
Okay, but for this minute that we have, please, dear judges, pay a little attention to our poll. We had done it already in our Unicorn Battle in North America. We would like to know what you have been doing in 2020. What industries do you support? And we will talk about it a little bit during our networking session. We have a couple wonderful guests today that we can discuss with, and we will surely, using this opportunity that we are doing our unicorn events all over the world, we are scanning the world, doing our own research, and maybe like in a year or two, we'll publish our book. Alexander, what do you think?
Sorry, and who will publish the book?
I will write a book, like on our surveys, like venture investing all over the world.
Yeah,
are we gonna get royalties because you're using our opinions, or?
Yeah.
We'll discuss it, Jordan. Yes, sure. We have Patrick with us, who has already experience with book publishing, right?
Yeah, I was about to propose that we get 20% of your revenues, first of all, and secondly, I tell you, it's not as easy as it seems to write a book. I totally underestimated it.
Oh gosh, don't discourage me. I'm all excited about it.
At the same time, if you are there, it's awesome, an awesome feeling. But the journey is tough and challenging.
Well, thank you, Patrick.
I actually just signed a publication contract with the publisher last week, so I'll have my first book in November this year.
Oh, that's good. That's so wonderful. So many people who are interested in writing the books. That's good about it. Okay, do we know who the winner is, Marina?
Okay.
By the way, it took me 5 years to get there.
Oh, one discouragement.
Yeah, I already know, so I'm excited to share it with you. So startup number 3 today is HelloBetter. Hi, Hans.
Congratulations.
Greetings.
Okay.
I actually wrote to Hans LinkedIn that I believe he could be in the top 3, and like all is fair. All is fair. So thank you. So predicted. Thanks. And number 2 for today is Wisear.
Cool.
And well done. And number 1 today is a lady and AiSight. Greetings to Cecilia.
Thank you. Really, I am really flattered to be here, and thank you to everybody, also everybody who made a great job today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cecilia,
You're great.
thank you so much. And you will participate in our Unicorn Cup 18th of February. So get ready and see you soon.
Amazing. I really look forward to that. Thank you.
That is really cool. You can get all the details from Marina, and we will surely be really glad to see you among all our stars that we have gathered through our unicorn events all over the world. And right now, thank you, Marina, for this wonderful event. We would like to talk to judges a little bit more.
So we have our networking part open, right? So again, Anna, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Can we have the poll results? Published, girls. Okay, that is interesting. That's something different that we saw from the States. Health tech is still winning, but not that much, right? We had over 50% in.
Marina, do you hear Anna?
Actually, not at the moment.
I don't hear.
Yeah, Anna.
She disappeared. So probably, it seems for me she wanted to say that Europe likes fintech more than AI. like it was in North America. So in North America, AI was number 2. Jordan, do you
Yeah,
remember?
I'm just trying to reconnect. Yeah, but
Yeah, I hear you very well,
No
Alex.
problem.
Everybody's clear except for Anna.
Do you remember the results in North America, Jordan? AI was number 2 or number 1?
AI was number 2, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah, it seems to me as well.
Health tech and then AI in that order.
But in Europe, it is fintech. So why? Who knows?
It's because Europe is so much behind proper fintech.
Or maybe Europe knows AI is really a past and looking into the future.
Sorry, guys, technical problem.
Maybe the explanation is the data protection in
Yeah.
Europe is a little bit different to the United States. So we see a lot of interesting business models, but some of them are not applicable till now.
Or maybe we have other VCs from Europe who wanna talk about it. Who invested?
May I contribute, Alexander?
Yeah, please.
Recently, we focus on fintech, on digital banking aspect, and we are looking to the platform that they can give us a quick hand to digital banking. And I think this started all from the UK, starting from the open banking initiative, and Europe quickly is taking on. And you will know also, when I was in Canada, I was having so much difficulty to do digital banking. Like they are so close. There's 3 banks, Bank of Montreal, RBC, Bank of 4 banks are allocating everything. And there is no room for any financial, let's say, new services to be deployed. And I think Europe also find out this has to be stopped, and we have to overcome these incumbent banks and open all financial services, especially for COBIs and the small clients, let's say. And I think it's going to accelerate more and more as COVID also show us that you cannot go to the bank branches, etc. I mean, there's not much face-to-face interaction. And I think this is going to be very important, opening up the digital banking. And especially there is a company in Germany, for example, they are giving you the platform, also giving you the license to operate, and without any extra cost of opening branches, manpower, etc. I know there is so many people also looking for AI, but I think AI is going to be very important hand-to-hand with digital banking. And if you add with the Ethereum-based solution on top of it, I think next 10 years is going to be very difficult in financial services aspect. Thank you.
Thank you, Savas. Thank you.
I had some technical problems. Sorry, guys. Sometimes happens.
He's back.
Yeah, great to hear you. Jarmo, what's from your perspective of view of Northern Europe? What did you pick? What did you invest in 2020?
Well, we were just talking about fintech. I'm active in Finnish fintech for online mobile banking on cryptos and all regular payments as well. And industry is very turbulent at the moment and developing very, very fast. Working actively on US as well. Let's put it this way: US is around about 5 years behind the latest developments what we have in Europe, which gives a huge benefit and opportunity as well.
Why is that? Because Europe is less decentralized, or why? Because like every country developing their own rules.
Well, if we put it in a more relaxed way, we are out of checks already from 10 years ago. And even today, U.S. banking can be very difficult in a practical way if you try to do very basic things. So, and I understand the big business structures behind in U.S. The market is very stagnatic
because of the huge ecosystems, and that makes it very slow. So that gives an opportunity for smaller markets to utilize the new technology and penetrate on the game of the big boys there.
Thank you. You know what is interesting? Our poll resembles to like a big extent what Crunchbase gives in scanning what industries did venture funds invest in 2020 in Europe, but Europe has a total to $40 billion in 2020. Scored the second best within a decade. We started this decade with 6 billion, and now we are at 40 billion investments into startups. And the all-time best was previous year, 2019, and we are only 4% behind that. So regarding like startup investing, startup fundraising, 2020 was really successful year, and I hope it will stay the same. But fintech will still be the industry that you guys would be interested, like health tech will still be the industry that you would be likely to invest in? What would you say? What are your plans for 2021?
Yeah, I can say something. This is Gary. So, the one thing about it is, we say in a broad category, artificial intelligence, but I've written an article, machine learning versus deep learning. And if we drill down into it, look at where we are today. We have about 40 zettabytes of data on the planet Earth. 40 zettabytes of data is enough to stack CDs one on top of another and go back and forth to the moon 29 times. That number is growing at about 67% per year. So we are inundated with data. So the challenge that each one of us has every single day is think about it in your own personal world. Slack, Google Drive, all your email addresses, Messenger, WhatsApp. We are inundated. We're in a state of infobesity. So having this unsupervised, semi-supervised, then to unsupervised artificial intelligence to provide not smart, but intelligence assistance, because we are in a state of infobesity, as Alvin Toffler said. So if you look at artificial intelligence, and I'm using it as a very broad category, I like unsupervised, and we have 19 patents through my company, EVA, and unsupervised AI. But what we need to do is we need to come up with better systems that can really understand what kind of behaviors, what we want, what we like, and to be able to decipher that for us. And across the board in all vertical markets, I do space tech investing personally, literally across the board. Supply chain, look at the challenges we've had in the last year with the supply chain. Here we have some of the most advanced societies and representatives on this call today, and we couldn't even get toilet paper. Now, what's wrong with that picture? Okay, just-in-time inventory, et cetera, but we need more. We need more transparency inside just our supply chain, and it's across the board.
Sorry. Anyone else? Jordan, you are still with us?
I am listening. I have two monitors.
What investment like? Impact investing, I remember.
Well, impact isn't the thesis. We just want to make sure we invest in things that improve human condition. We are focused on fintech, health tech. On a certain degree, we have taken an interest in space tech. Space tech is not for Europe. For whatever reason, it doesn't look like it is. The AI aspect for us, it's really not a category anymore. It's not a sector. AI is embedded in the technology. So we don't look at a company as AI. We look at a company, fintech with an AI, or health tech with an AI.
Yeah.
The future is in health tech and fintech. COVID has defined the future. If you don't have a good financials, if you don't have a good health system, you won't be able to compete as a person, as a company, as a country, as a region. That's how we go. Space for us is super important, but this isn't the forum for it, so I'm going to just hold back.
Thank you, Jordan. Tatiana, what are your plans for 2021?
We will still invest in also in fintech, because I see that a lot of still potential in the market. In the first step, We observed a lot of investments in the front end, in the B2C business models, but now we see this whole area of the financial services industry are disrupting a lot of innovations in the real estate, the so-called PropTech, which we see as a part or category of fintech. Also, a lot of very interesting innovations in the kind of middleware of a banking software. So I think we are now moving from the front to the back end of banking, and there are technology-driven companies still very interesting. Yeah.
So you support Savas that the fintech will be disrupted by people staying, getting accustomed, do all the things online, right?
Yes, Marina, let me say something.
You ask me or to?
No. I just like having a conversation. Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally agree. Aldo wanted to support us. Yes, Aldo, do you invest into European companies?
I just wanted to agree with Sava that the banking and the system is changing, but the main driver is the blockchain. The blockchain changed the internet into a trusted network, and now we are the startups open rapidly to a decentralized way to do things. Now we don't require a central government that need to confirm and be the truster. And that changed everything. So DeFi is they are re-engineering, redoing some things that are not, I cannot say obsolete because we are using, but we are in the middle of a transformation. That's why fintech, I think, is the main focus. Also for new instruments, new things that are exploding. So that's the main focus.
Thank you, Aldo. That was view from over the ocean. From
yes. That's from South America.
Yes. And we are going also, our unicorn battle will be South America. But this Thursday, just in a day, you will welcome to join us for our next unicorn battle. It will be Southeast Asian and Oceania. We will be exploring Australia, New Zealand, and Southeast Asian startups. Thank you guys for this amazing network. I was so glad to see many of you in 2021. So glad to be back in Europe after the winter break. Marina, thank you for the great event. Yes, and please log in. This Thursday, we will be in Southeast Asia and Oceania. And remember to drop me a line and I will get you front row tickets. Thank you all. It was great to see you all.
Thank you very much to all the guests for joining us today. See you at another battles.
Thanks, Marina. Thanks. Startup Network, great job.
Thank you, Savas. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Stay safe.
Thanks. Bye-bye.